Welcome you all to another new session in Deepak's Kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to make our Bengaluru's famous chicken pulao. This recipe is it's very close to my heart, and believe me, whenever I got some time and whenever I wish to eat a Nati style chicken pulao, I always end up doing this recipe. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make this completely my style. So without much of it, let's see how to do this yummy recipe. The ingredients required to make this chicken pulao are a 750 grams of chicken, half a teaspoon of stone flour, 7 to 8 cloves, 2 kopak buds, 1 black cardamom, 2 strands of javitri, 1 star anise, 5 to 6 green cardamom crushed, and 3 inches of cinnamon. 1 cup of jeera rice or jeera sambar rice, half a cup of basmati rice, a 7 to 8 green chilies, 2 medium-sized tomatoes, half a cup of pudina, 1 cup of coriander leaves, a teaspoon of red chili powder, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, and 100 ml of curd. Onion 2 number, oil 80 ml, ghee 3 tablespoons, salt as per taste. Let's see how to prepare this. First, you need to marinate the chicken. For this, I have taken nearly 750 grams of chicken and I have washed it thoroughly 2 or 3 times using some salt and turmeric, and now it's ready. To this, I will add the chili powder, the dhania powder or the coriander powder, and the curd. And nearly a half a teaspoon of salt. You might ask me why each and every time marinating a meat you should use a curd or a lime. The scientific reason behind it. In curd there is an acid present called as a lactic acid, which will help to break down the muscle fibers present in the meat. It will break them down and it will make the meat more tender and soft. So that's the reason we'll marinate it with the curd or with the lime. So in lime there is an acid present known as a citric acid. Even that will help. So that's the reason you need to mix it well and marinate a minimum of 30 minutes. It's now mixed well. Allow this to marinate for at least 30 minutes. You can see here I've taken another bowl. In this I am going to add a 1 cup of jeera sambar rice or the jeera rice. Look, the jeera sambar rice will be like this small. So it is very small but tastes amazing. I am going to try a new combination. In this I will add a half a cup of basmati rice also. So what we need to do is we need to wash them thoroughly 2 or 3 times, and remember, don't squish them like this. Just with a soft hands wash them. I will wash them 2 or 3 times and I'll come back. And now it's washed perfectly. In this we'll add some water and allow this to soak for a minimum of 20 minutes. Look here, I've taken nearly 2 medium-sized onions. We need to finely paste them. Here I've taken a mixie jar. In this I will add the green chilies. You can adjust the green chilies according to your taste, but do remember we have added a teaspoon of red chili powder in the marination also. So I will add these green chilies and the fresh mint and the coriander leaves. And in goes the fennel seeds. This will give a beautiful flavor. So we need to make a fine paste of it. Remember, don't add too much of water. If you want, add a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of water. That's it, and make a fine paste of it. And now you can see here, both have been finely pasted. This is the chili and mint paste, and this is the onion paste. Look, it should be like this. So for a time being, let's keep this aside. You can see here, I kept a biryani pot to heat. In goes 80 ml of oil. The oil is nice and hot. Turn the flame to low and then add the whole spices. Whenever you add a whole spices in the oil, do remember that the oil should be hot, but you always fry it in a low flame, because if the whole spices get burnt, the whole recipe will get upset and you might get a little bit of a bitter taste, which we don't want. So always fry in a low flame. Just give it a little bit of a stir so that the flavor in the spices will entirely turn to the oils. And now it's been nearly 30 seconds. In goes the ginger garlic paste and the onion paste. This is the time consuming process and you need to do it no matter what, and you need to cook this until the oil separates. Then only you will know the onion and the ginger garlic paste is perfectly cooked. So it will take somewhere between 4 to 5 minutes. And now you can see the onions are nicely been translucent. In this we'll add the chili paste. Give this a mix. Just saute for a bit and cook this until the oil separates, and even this will take about 1 to 2 minutes. And now you can see it's been nicely been cooked and all the oil is also floating on the top. Now we'll add the marinated chicken and now mix it well. And in goes half a teaspoon of jeera powder and give this a nice mix. I will close the lid and allow this to cook for about 5 minutes on a medium flame. Now look, it's been nearly 5 minutes. Let's open the lid. Wow, you can see all the oil is floating on the top and the chicken has also oozed some of its moisture. Now it's perfectly done. At this time we'll add a big chunks of tomatoes. I have used Nati variety of it. And I will squeeze in a lemon. This is optional. If you want, you can use it, or else you can totally skip this. Add the remaining salt. Give this a nice mix. And it is the time to add the soaked rice. And give this a nice mix, but be careful, don't do it very hardly, do it in a gentle way. Just mix this 1 or 2 times. You can see I have taken 1.5 cup of rice. Actually we need to add 3 cups of water, 1:2 ratio. But we have soaked the rice for about 20 minutes and even the chicken would have given it nearly a 1/4 cup of water. So I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water. So give this a final stir. At this time you should check the seasoning. If you want some salt, you can add salt at this point of time, or else you can add some garam masala. If you need somewhat of a hotness or spiciness, you can cut nearly 2 or 3 green chilies and add it at this time, and even it will give you a beautiful taste. In this case everything is perfect. I'm going to let it boil like this. You can see here the water is boiling nice and good. Just give it a one mix. cooking a pulao style of a rice na, don't cover up the lid from the beginning and allow the rice to absorb the water, and the rice and the water should be on an equal level. Till then don't cover the lid. When the rice reaches to the level of the water, then only you should close the lid and cook for about 10 minutes on a low flame. And now you can see the rice is actually floating on the top. It means it has been perfectly soaking the water. Now we'll close the lid and allow this to cook perfectly. But remember, you should always cook this on a low to medium flame. And if you don't have a heavy bottom pan, the simple trick for this is you put a griddle underneath it and cook it on a low flame, and you will get a beautiful pulao. And now you can see it's been nearly 10 minutes. The rice would be perfectly been done. Just look at this, how perfect it is. But it needs to cook for about 1 more minute. Till then, we'll add nearly 2 tablespoons of fresh ghee. And I'll close the lid and allow this to cook for about 1 more minute. And it's been nearly 1 minute. Let's open the lid. Look, everything has been cooked perfectly. Awesome. And here you go. My style of a chicken pulao is now ready to taste. Let's plate them. Just look at this. What a beautiful aroma. So my kitchen and my entire home is completely filled with this aroma of this pulao, and what a taste, bro. I can't express this with my words, that to experience this na, and you have to do it yourself, and then only you can experience the beauty of it. This recipe is so easy and at the same time it's so tasty also. Do this recipe, share the pic in Instagram, and don't forget to tag this to Deepak's Kitchen. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon and touch the notifications to all. Then only you will get all our updates. So we'll be back with another yummy recipe. Till then, Deepak Kshatriya I signing off, and Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka. Namaste. See you in next one.